All right, class. So today is Thursday, the 8th. Bye, sweetheart. We're going to do, or you've already or should have already completed the warm up. If you don't, please make sure you get that completed before we submit it or turn it in tomorrow, okay? Yesterday's warm up, we crossed out and we did the distance sheet. Okay, so just make sure that you have that distance sheet, paste it in your notebook, okay? Today, I'm going to go over residuals. So we're going to finish our notes on residuals. We started notes on residuals, but we're going to finish our notes on residuals. And then there's a practice sheet on that. I would like to go over parallel and perpendicular, which is on the quarter test. We covered it in our warm-up before, but I want us to put notes on parallel and perpendicular lines in our notebook. If we don't get to parallel and perpendicular lines in our notebook, then we'll do that on Monday. Questions, comments, or concerns? Yes. Any questions? Let's make sure we take out our planner. I'm going to pause a little bit to give you a chance to write. Our quiz tomorrow is on scatter plots. We wrote that at the beginning of the week. So please make sure that you go over your notes for scatter plots. Today is Thursday. I did not get to do a tutoring session with you on yesterday, but if anybody need me to go over the quiz this doing tutoring today, because that kind of helps some people to go over the quiz the day before the quiz. So if you're interested in doing that, just text me and I'll come in. Okay. All right. If you're interested in virtual tutoring on the quiz for tomorrow, just let me know. All right. Let's write our homework down. Tonight's homework. Please make sure that you watch the video. Let me see. Hold on. I didn't already make the video, so let me see what it is. It's the last page. Oh, graphing. We have to put this in slope-intercept form. I can just go through it right now. It's not a big deal. All right, so in order to graph this, okay, one less thing I got to do later if I do it right now. So in order to graph this equation, it has to be written in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b is slope-intercept form. The equation has to be still written in slope-intercept form, even though it's not an equal sign. It's still slope-intercept form. So to get y by itself, we're going to move the x term first by subtracting the 3x on both sides. When we subtract 3x on both sides, this gives us a negative 8y. Bring down the inequality, which is a greater than. You can't combine them, so bring them both down. Does it matter which one you write first? No. I'm just choosing to write the x term first, and then I'm going to write the b. Okay? Now in order to get y by itself, I got to divide everything by that negative 8. This is multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide everything, or both sides of the inequality, by negative 8. Remember, when you divide both sides by a negative number, the inequality has to flip. So the inequality here is going to switch from greater than to less than. Negative 8 divided by negative 8 is going to be a positive 1. So this is positive 1y or just y. A negative 3 divided by a negative 8, we're going to keep it as a fraction. So we're going to just keep it as a reduced fraction of positive 3 over 8, because a negative divided by a negative is going to make that a positive. We got x either at the top as a numerator or out to the side, but x is never going to be a denominator because that's not going to be linear anymore. So please don't put x at the bottom of the fraction. A positive 8 divided by a negative 8 is a negative 1, so we have minus 1. This is the equation or the inequality written in slope-intercept form. Any questions about how we did that? Are you okay back there? Anthony, you sure? James, okay. You coolo? All right. Are you okay, baby? You sure? All right. Jordan, you good? Yeah. So now we're going to label our M and our B so we can graph. Our M is going to be the number or the coefficient of X, the number in front of X. That's 3/8. The top number is the rise. The bottom number is the what? Run. B here is going to be -1. Any questions about how to label M or B? Kylie, are you good with this, babe? Okay, make sure. Okay. The next step is to find your B on the y-axis. -1 on the y-axis. This is 0 on the y-axis. It's right here. -1 is down 1 here. Sorry about the light. Any questions about this? You just go down 1. Are you okay with that, Samash? All right, so now we're going rise 3 and to the run 8. So from here, I'm going to go. Say again, babe. Did you say you would go down 1 time? I did down 1 time. Okay, I graphed -1 on the y-axis. So this is 0 right here on the y. So down 1 is -1.
Okay. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it's hard because that's a negative sign.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, it's just hard. All right, so we're going to go up from here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If I want points in the opposite direction, I do -3, -8, which is still positive, right? So instead of going up 3, go down. 1, 2, 3. Instead of going to the right, go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how we put points in the opposite direction. This right here has no equal to sign, so the line is a dash line. Okay. Now, this inequality right here is less than, so I go under the line. So I'm shading under the line this way. All points that are in the shaded region are part of the solution. If it's not in the shaded region, or if it's on this dash line, it's not a part of the solution. Only on solid lines and shaded regions are those points a part of the solution. Any questions about that? Yes, baby.
You always start at the origin. If you're gonna graph, you start at the origin.
Yeah, because you're gonna graph the B first. So since the B is on the y-axis, start at the origin and count either up or down. That's it. Yes, baby. I'm sorry.
How do we know, like whether the shape under
The inequality is less than. Less than is under the line. If it's greater than, you shade above. Good question. Yes, baby.
How do you know to shade on top or on bottom?
Okay, that's what she just said. If the inequality is less than, like this one, you're going to shade under the line. If the inequality is greater than, you shade above the line. Okay. Anybody else? All right, y'all. Okay, I'm going to pause. Let's put this in our folder. Are we sure we don't have any questions before I move on? That leaves us with 4 to do. That's not a whole lot, so we're good. Yes. Yes, you want to copy this? Okay. Let me pause. I'll record that part. You said that, how did I get this down here? Because I'm putting points in the opposite direction. So instead of going up, I'm going down. Instead of going to the left, I go to the right. So I'm going to do the opposite of a positive, which is a negative. The opposite of a positive, which is a negative, to go in the opposite direction. Say it louder.
Where is it on like if it's like I don't know where to put it on graph too. Like I know how to do it, but
let me try to understand what you're saying. What helps me is to make, because this graph looks confusing, I make the X and the Y axis darker so that I can see it, because it's hard to know where to start because those lines are so little. So I darken the X and the Y axis to make it easier for me to graph. Okay. All right, let's take out our notebook so we can finish our notes on residuals. Okay. Did you finish, Parker? Did you finish copying paper? Okay. We are on residuals. We're going to do an example. Yes, babe. Yes, it is. Yes, it always is for me. That's why I try to wear something that's light. All right, here we go. The formula. Let me go back over what residuals are to make sure that we remember. And then the formula. And then let's do an example. This is page 23. 23 is called just residuals, okay? All right, so just pick the next available page, babe, and put residuals at the top, okay? And then you always go back and do, that's 21. The only page you missed is 22, which is the line of best fit sheet. It's right there in your notebook. Okay. All right, here we go. Residuals are how far each point in the scatter plot is away from. Shh. This is why you don't. Miss Reyes, God has to move you. Okay, so residuals are how far each point is away from the line of best fit. Okay, which are where your predicted points are. So look, if a point, this is how many residuals you have in a scatter plot. However many points there are in a scatter plot is how many residuals you can have for a scatter plot. Okay, every single point has a residual, even if the residual is 0. Hey, babe. A who? A loaner. Come on. Make sure that you put it back. I'm gonna hunt you down if you don't put it back, because you know how you forget stuff real easily. I'm gonna need you to bring my laptop back. Do you understand?
Yeah.
What class are you in right now?
Miss Romero?
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, how far is each point away from the scatter plot? So, each of the points that are on the scatter plot have a residual. The residual of a point that's on the scatter plot is 0 because it's on the line. It's no distance away from the line of best fit because it's actually on the line. The residual for a point that is on the line is 0 because it's not far away from the line. It's on the line. If the point is under the line of best fit, it has a negative residual. If the point is above the line of best fit, it has a positive residual. Any questions about whether or not the residual is going to be positive, 0, or negative? Okay. Make sure I record. Yes. All right. So we're going to do an example. This is the formula for residual. Actual Y minus your predicted Y. Now we're going to do an example of how to find the residual for each of the points in a scatter plot. Okay, so let's draw a table for our scatter plot. We're going to put our X values, our Y values. We're going to do that first, okay? So let's do 1 and 1. Let's do 2 and 2.5. Let's do 3 and 2. Let's do 4 and 4. Let's do 5 and 4.5. And let's do one more. Let's do 6 and 6.
Well, okay. Will the Y ever be bigger than that?
Yeah, it can be.
Okay. I didn't know because of the pattern you had. It was.
Yeah, because I was trying to make a positive correlation. Okay. All right, here we go. So these are your actual values. So this is your actual Y value. These are your actual y values. Okay? Now, this is the part you have to do to find residual. Okay? You have to find the predicted y values. Ms. Reyes, how do you find the predicted y values? You must use the line of best fit to do that, okay? You got to use your line of best fit to do that. So we are going, let's see, where's my calculator? Somebody take my calculator. Jesus, take that wheel. All right, so we're going to use our calculator to do the line of best fit. Thank you, babe. So clear it, 2nd plus 7, 1, 2. Clear all of it, 2nd plus 7, all 1, 2. Super important. If something goes wrong with the calculator, you need to make sure that you have it reset. Everybody should have a reset calculator. Hold it up so that I can see it's reset. Make sure we know how to do that. Super. If you don't know how to do it, please tell me that you don't know how to do it so we can do it. Okay? It's resetting. Good. All right. I don't see yours, Mason. Okay, good deal. Very good. James, do you know how to reset your calculator, babe? Okay, good deal. Very good. All right, so now we're going to do the line of best fit by first typing in the ordered pairs. Where do we go to type in ordered pairs? So we're going to go to stat and we're going to go to edit. Very good, babe. So we're going to type our X values in L1. We're going to type our Y values in L2. Please make sure that your X and Y's match up in the calculator. If they don't match up, you're going to get an error. So please make sure you type it in correctly. Hold it up so I can make sure that everyone has it typed. Very good, very good, very good. You got it? Okay. Ian, you have it? Is it typed, babe? Excellent. Allie, good deal. Okay, very good, y'all. Okay, so now we're going to do the line of best fit. Y'all ready to do the line of best fit? What button do I press to get the line of best fit? Stat. Very good. We got to do the equation for the line of best fit. That's okay. And then what's after that? Calc. Number 4. Okay. And since I'm not, well, yeah, I do need to put it in the table. So we're gonna press 2nd, 1, then what? Comma. Vars. Y vars. Enter how many times?
3.
Enter 3 times. Okay, and that essentially will put the equation under y equals. Do you see it? Y'all got it?
Yep.
Okay. So now we're gonna find the predicted we're gonna find the predicted amounts. All right, here we go. So to find the residual, you use the residual formula. So the residual formula is your actual, I'm gonna abbreviate and put actual y minus the predicted y. I'm abbreviating, okay? So I'm going to subtract these two from each other. This minus this will give me my residual. And that's how I get it. So let's go to my main screen. Second mode will take you to your main screen. And now we're going to subtract 1 minus 0.97. 1 minus 0.97. What does that give us?
0.03.
Okay, so residual here is 0.03. Is this point above the line or below? If your residual is a 0.03. Above. How do you know it's above the line? Because it's positive. Good, you're thinking. You're cooking with grease now. Let's subtract this one. 2.5 minus 1.91. What's that equal to? 0.59. Okay. Above or below? Above. That's above the line. That's a positive. These are both positive residuals. Okay. All right. Let's do the next one. 2 minus 2.86. What is that equal to? Negative 0.86. Above or below the line? This is below. What kind of residual is this? This is a negative residual because it's below the line. Just one L, Miss Reyes. Okay, let's do the next one. 4 minus 3.8. What's that? 0.2. Above or below? Above, which makes it a positive what? Residual. All right, the next one. 4.5 minus 4.74. What does that give you? Negative 0.24. Is that above or below? This one's below, which makes it what kind of residual? This is a negative residual. It's below the line. Okay, let's do the next one. 6 minus 5.69. What's that? 0.31. Is that above or below? Above, which makes it what kind of residual? A positive residual. This is how you find the residual. Only, listen, they're not going to have you find all of the points. They're just going to say find the residual of one of the points. Any questions? Anybody lost? They're also going to give you the line of best fit. So they'll give you the line of best fit. So I'm going to do an example like what they would give you. I just wanted to practice. But I'm going to give you the line of best fit and give you another example. Yes, baby.
When it comes to test day, we're not allowed to ask you how to work.
No, you're not. And I wouldn't anyway. Okay? So no, you cannot.
Okay.
The day before, yes. The day of, no.
Okay. What about before the test starts?
No. Got it? All right, cool. Okay, so this is your first example. Let's do.
Clear when I say it.
That's fine. Clear. You can do that.
Oh,
It's not gonna kill nothing. All right, so now let's do this. This is like an example that you would see, okay, on your test. Okay, this is another example. All right, let's write. I need you to find the line of best fit. Let's find the line of best fit. I need you to do that on your own to see if you come up with what I come up with. We're gonna round to the nearest, let's round to the nearest 10th place. Okay? So you come up with the line of best fit, please. What is the line of best fit here? Y is equal to what? Y'all hadn't got that yet? Y is equal to point what?
-48.
Wait a minute, it's negative. It's
-0.96.
-0.96
How do I do the chart?
x plus
12.78.
12.7. And let's round. Well, we can do hundredths place. That's fine. 12 point what? 7.8. Okay, so now, guys, don't forget. Look, you go to stat, you go to edit. I'm gonna clear my list out. I go all the way up to the top. L1 is highlighted. Press clear and enter. I can just delete it just like that. So now I'm gonna type in my points. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7. Then I have 12, 11.
Miss, you wrote that wrong.
What did I write, baby?
It's 12.78. I think I might have said it wrong.
That's okay. I'll fix it. Thank you, sweetie. All right, so we got 9.5 and 6. Okay? All right. So, you stretching, Samaj, or you got a question? Stretching. Okay. All right, so now we're doing our line of best fit. Stat, calc, lean reg. You see it? Okay, so enter. We're rounding. So we got 0.96, 97. And then we got 12.78. That's what I did. I wrote 87 instead of 78. And we're going to put 79 to round it, okay? So now we're going to use our line of best fit to do the predicted amounts, okay? Because this is what they're going to do. They're going to say, use the line of best fit to find the residual. So they're going to give you this, okay?
I'm stuck.
Where you stuck? Just press enter. You didn't press enter. You got go to. You see that little. You put a comma here, and you can delete the comma and press enter now. Okay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how to start this.
Okay. Okay. So now we're gonna find our predicted y values. Predicted. Miss Reyes, how do you find the predicted y? Okay, you can type in the equation. See how before I didn't do the vars because I wanted to round my equation because this is the equation that they're going to give you. They're going to give you the line of best fit for the most part. So we're going to use their line of best fit. So type in the line of best fit right here under y equals. Where is y equals in your calculator?
Right on the top corner.
Right? This first button. So let's type in this. Negative 0.97x plus 12 point what?
Mine's got a bunch of numbers.
Yeah.
Already.
No, because you did vars. Delete that.
Hit clear.
Clear, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then type the equation in. Because they're going to make it nice, neat, and round for you.
I need a pencil that gets better traction. This thing like so light.
All right, y'all ready? So now where do we go to find the predicted amounts? Where did I go the last time? Anybody remember? Table. How do I get to the table?
Second stat.
Second graph.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so now what's going to be my predicted amount? What's going to be my predicted amount for when X is 1? 11.82.
Wait a second.
How did Miss Reyes get that? She went down to 1 and looked at the predicted amount. Yes.
How'd that happen? But no, look at the numbers. They don't match yours.
It's not supposed to, babe. They look just like mine.
What?
These are predicted amounts. It's not actual. These are predicted. Go to the error. Press enter. See now. You put minus instead of negative. That's a That's a minus sign. You got it? Let me see what you got. Type in the equation. The line of best fit.
So
That's this right here. The line of best fit.
0.97.
Negative 0.97. Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
What's up, baby?
For some reason that says 11.1.
Let me see.
I think it was because. Oh, that's why. I had 12.78.
Gotcha.
Mine are all the same number.
Yeah, you didn't type the X value in. You missed your X right here.
Oh.
Yeah, let's do an insert, okay? See right here, for a second delete, that's inserting. And we're gonna put an X right here, okay? And so now we can go back and do it.
Okay.
You're welcome. What's up, baby?
Shit goes forever.
Okay. Equation, y equals, because you didn't put 0.97, you put 97. That's a big difference. You understand? Okay. Anybody else? Jonathan, you good? Jonathan? You okay? You understand? All right. Okay, so now what's the predicted amount for 2?
10.85.
Very good, 10.85. What's the predicted amount for 3?
9.88.
Very good, baby, 9.88. What's the predicted amount for 4?
8.91.
8.91. What's the predicted amount for 5?
7.84.
I'm sorry, 6. I apologize.
7.94.
It's 7. You're right. It's 6. My bad. All right. Any questions? I skipped all the way down to 7 on that one, and I said the wrong number. So look at 7. All right. So now let's find the residual. What is the formula for residual? Actual Y minus what? Predicted Y. Okay, so we're subtracting these. So let's do that, please, to find your residual. Okay. What is the residual for when X is equal to 1, Jonathan? Okay. Is that positive or negative residual?
How'd you get there?
How did I get what?
Second what?
Oh, second mode. That is a positive residual. Is the point above or below the line? It's above the line of best fit. What's the residual for when X is equal to 2? Jemiah, how do you get that? How do you get the next residual? 0.15. Is that positive or negative residual? That means the point is above or below the line? Above. How do you get the residual for when X is equal to 3, Nathaniel? And what is the answer there? Negative 88. Is the point above or below the line? Below, because it's a negative residual. How do you get the residual for when X is equal to 4, Jordan?
9.5 minus 8.91.
Very good. And what's the answer there for the residual? 0.59. Is that a positive or negative residual? Positive. So is that point above or below the line? Above. Okay. How do you get the residual, Samaj, for when X is 7? It is going to be 0. So what does that mean about that point? It's on the line of best fit. Okay. Any questions about what Ms. Reyes has said? Is there anyone that is lost? All righty. All right. So look, for this sheet here, okay, name, today's the 8th. All right, so I want you to, of course, do number 1, find the residual there. And I want you to do number 2. We're going to probably cut this sheet in half and paste this down on continue page 23. Okay, for practice. All right. Okay, if we struggle a little bit, then I may go over here and do number 3. But I want you to try 1 and 2 on your own, please. Okay, when it says graph the residual, that means they want you to graph this right here. So they want you to graph the X values, the volume, and they want you to graph the residual points on this graph, okay? So I want you to do that on your own. We'll get as far as we can, and then we'll try to finish it up tomorrow. Yes, baby. Yes. Can you pass this over to Tam, please? Okay. All right, let's get her done as much as we can before it's time for us to go.